Yo, welcome back to another episode of that Stay Off My Grass podcast. You got your boy, Suns fan Randy, in the building. And man, I got another episode, man. I appreciate y'all allowing me my 72 hours of ignorance, you know what I'm saying? It's just Suns content, but I feel like it's time to have that real talk about Bradley Beal and what's going on, because I've been seeing a lot of people saying stuff and all this other stuff, so it's just like, let me chime in, let me get my 2 cents, and I feel like I haven't been hearing a real objective, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just shit just been going crazy, and I'm gonna just kick it off like this. First things first, first things first. Like the first thing I want to say about the Bradley Beal thing is honestly, I feel like how people feel about the situation and how they talk about it and speak on it is just like niggas is scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's can we be transparent here? Like, a lot of niggas is scared and they saying it and it's coming off as like you're scared that we got Bradley Beal, so you just don't know like if this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is like a real thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like a real thing. Like, oh damn, like we look scary as a team just with those three dudes or whatever, we look scary. So I feel like a lot of people, because to me, I feel like some people did make valid points. I will get to that. I'm not gonna sit up here and just be pump fake and be like, all right, like we got Bradley Beal, shit is over. But I'm saying like my shit is it don't come from a place of fear. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of niggas are scared and they just won't say it. It's just like, damn, y'all got Bradley Beal, like that's scary. And it's just like instead of saying that, you saying it's not gonna work and all this other shit, which may be valid. And I feel like, but people don't come with valid reasons after that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, to me, it's just like, you say, oh, this shit not gonna work, who out the band, da da da. And to me, I think that is crazy to say some shit ain't gonna work in June. Like, that is absolutely fucking nuts. Like, to be like, oh, like y'all got Bradley Beal, like nigga, we don't even have the rest of the team. Like, we don't even have a starting five yet. So it's just like, but you already saying it don't work in June. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. Like, we don't even know what the rest of the team look like yet. I can see if we played a few games and it's just like, yeah, the chemistry on the court and do da da. And I'm not gonna sit up here and pump fake and throw rocks and hide my hand. Like, I wasn't one of the ones when the Lakers traded for Westbrook. I was just like, okay, in the offseason, I was like, yeah, this shit not gonna work. So it's just like, I'm not gonna sit up here and pump fake and say like I've never done it or I haven't been a part of it. But I'm saying sitting on this side of the fence, and I feel like, but my thing is with that is I stood on it. So as long as people can stand on it and say like this shit ain't gonna work, and you stand on it and don't flip flop and da da da, then it's like, all right, I can respect that to a certain degree. But what I'm saying is, I just feel like the reasoning and just objectively, I just feel like that shit is wild. It's just like to say some shit ain't gonna work without even seeing it on the floor is wild. And I knew it was wild when I was saying it about Westbrook and some of the other super teams or whatever. And I feel like I never really jumped out the window. I was like, oh, like this shit ain't gonna work without seeing it. You know what I'm saying? But to me, just off the rip, that's just what I want to say just first. So it's like a lot of people, so Suns fans don't get like, you know what I'm saying, discouraged, don't get like into the back for it. It's just like, all right, like it's just people are scared. And that's just really what it is. And it's just like you just projecting your fear on to like the squad or whatever. And then Kevin Durant is catching a whole lot of flack. And I'm not gonna sit up here and try to sit up here and pump fake like I'm the biggest KD fan or whatever. But to me, it's so crazy that everybody's coming for KD, like he building super teams, when it's just like y'all taking the credit away from D Book and what he was saying, and just the amount of people that want to play with D Book and his gravity and all this other shit. And but y'all just sitting up here like, I feel like it's lazy and it's easy to just be like, oh, like, well, Kevin Durant just do this everywhere he goes. It's just like, nigga, Kevin Durant has nothing to do with like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had nothing to do with this, dog. But I mean, it is what it is. Your narrative is your narrative. So as long as you can stand on it, it's cool. So now let's be real. Let's be real and let's talk about the actual, like the team and stuff like that. Cause I have been seeing some stuff, some valid stuff. So yes, defense is going to be a problem. That is something I will say. I do think we have willing defenders in Book. Kevin Durant kind of to be determined, because I feel like he left that last. I'll talk about that. But Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal, I feel like they not like the best defenders, but they not just out here just straight up cones. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you about to just come through and just do whatever on Bradley Beal and then DA, you know what I'm saying? Da, da, da. And that's what I'll talk about. Because I feel like, yeah, like for sure, we going to have some issues defensively. And then a lot of people want to point to this Nugget series and be like, oh, like, yeah, y'all couldn't get past. Defense was the issue and da, da, da. Which is true. Defense was the issue on the Nuggets. But in the grand scheme of things, defense is the issue, or like trying to stop the Nuggets or trying to stop Joker. That's an everybody problem. That's not just a Phoenix Sun problem. But I feel like that's how everybody, the narrative is going. Like, okay, like it's just the Phoenix Suns. Like they won't be able to stop the Denver, or they won't be able to stop Joker and da da da. Like nigga, that's everybody. Nobody in the league can stop Joker right now. So it's just like to sit up here and single out the Suns is crazy. And then it's even more crazy because it's like if you really want to get surgical and really talk about it, none of y'all took the Nuggets to 6 games. The only team that took the Nuggets to 6 games is us. None of you niggas know what it feels like to go 2-2. You know what I'm saying? In a series with the Nuggets. Can't nobody sit up here and say that they all got all y'all up out the paint real fast. You know what I'm saying? In 5 games or less. So it's just like, come on now, but you want to sit up here and say like, oh, defense is an issue, which I agree with. Defense was an issue, but I just feel like also, I feel like offensively, and then this is where it goes back to niggas not actually watching the games and they just going off the stats or just going off of what they hear, listening to the wrong niggas or whatever the case may be. It's just like, okay, yeah, defense was an issue on stopping Joker. The only nigga that can really stop Joker that we've seen that can do it is in Taiwan. So it's like, unless it's going to be a race in the offseason to go get Dwight or whatever the case may be, like, I don't see stopping Joker in the near future or like a Joker stopper in the near future. You know what I'm saying? But yes, the defense was an issue, but also like the offense fell off drastically. Like this was, and this is where I'll talk about Kevin Durant. This was probably one of the worst playoff series that Kevin Durant's had in a long ass time. Coming from not just the Nuggets, it was the Clippers too. Like he struggled against the Clippers, he struggled against the Nuggets, like whatever the case may be, like he just played bad. You know what I'm saying? Like you could blame it on he was coming back from the bum ankle. And I feel like if you're not an athlete, you don't really understand how tough it is to come back from a sprained ankle. Go look at Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want a reference or somebody that like go look at Jimmy, where it's just like everything look good, it feel good, but your shit just not falling. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what a sprained ankle is. Like that's how you know somebody's playing with a sprain or whatever. But I'm not gonna sit up here and make no excuses and pump fake because, like I said, I feel like he played bad. And the narrative of Aaron Gordon just locking shit up and just like, oh yeah, he had KD on clamps and da da da. And my argument to that, and like I said, I'm not trying to sit up here and be like I'm this KD fan and I'm just like the KD defender, but I'm just saying like, what did he do? Like, what did he do to shut down Durant? Please tell me, like, did he stop him from going left, right? Did he stop him from getting to the hole? Did he take away this, that, and the third? Like, was he making him take bad shots? Was he forcing him to pick up the ball? Like, what the fuck was Aaron Gordon doing? That's like, yo, he really out here clamping shit down. Because what I was seeing from what I saw, Kevin Durant was getting every look that he wanted to get, good quality looks, that the shit just wasn't falling. And I feel like that's just where I come from in the sense that I feel like niggas wasn't watching the game. It's just like, it's easy to be like, oh yeah, like we lost to the Nuggets. Oh yeah, Aaron Gordon was guarding KD. Oh yeah, he was clamping that shit up, I bet. And it's just like, come on, dog. Like you wasn't watching the series. You wasn't watching the series. Then if you really want to get surgical, the series shifted when Mike Malone said, oh, KD is playing bad. Why the fuck are we doubling him? Like KD is making 6 on 18 shots. He's making 4 on 12 shots and da 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 da. Like, why the fuck are we doubling him? Let's go double Book. And they started showing on KD. They started doubling Book hella hard. And we all like, I gotta call it spade a spade. We all know as Suns fans, we all know how Devin Booker react to getting double teamed. You know what I'm saying? Like it's still something that he gotta work through and get adjusted. I love him to death. But it's just like I feel like when they send that double, shit just start getting a little like, you know what I'm saying? They've been sending doubles at him for 8 years now. And it's like, come on, Book. Like, come on now. Let's get to it. But anyways, yeah, so he's not the best with adjustment when it comes to the, and then I feel like he was deferring to KD, which he was just missing shots. And that's just what it was. And I felt like they ran a 1-3-1 and just got us the fuck up out the way. And that's just essentially what happened. But can't nobody say that they went 2-2 with the Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like because if you want to get real and surgical too, let's get surgical. A lot of Suns fans during that series against the Clippers, against the Nuggets, a lot of Suns fans like, yo, where's the KD that we traded for? I don't know who this nigga is and what he's doing out there. Like, who is the kid? Where's the KD? Like, where's the 40-point? Like, I think KD might have had a 40-point game, but the efficiency was absolutely fucking crazy. Like, it was strictly off of just free throws, and that's not even KD game. KD don't even get to the foul line like that. Like, KD is more like straight buckets, nigga. Like, I'm giving you 40, it's off of 12 shots type shit. Like, and it's just like all efficient. So it's just like the 40 that he was getting, or like the points, it wasn't like KD-esque. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of Suns fans looking around like asking like, yo, where's the KD that we traded for? So let's not sit up here and pump fake and be like, oh, like these niggas was just all team first defense, like just shedding shit across the board. And then on top of that, another part of that is coaching and just how we coach and we went away from what works and why Monty would scrap offense right going into the playoffs, I don't fucking know. Like that's a question for Monty to answer or for the team to answer. But I just want to get away from the narrative of like, okay, like they was just out, like the Nuggets is just so far ahead of the Suns, like the shit is crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the games was relatively close, except for what obviously game 6. And I feel like we went up game 1 and 2, and that was the only games where Kevin Durant really showed up and nobody else came with him. And Devin Booker and Chris Paul didn't come with him because Chris Paul or Devin Booker was arguing with the ref and and blah blah blah. Hence the 80% shooting and whatever. And that's a different conversation for a different day. But like I said, I feel like yes, the Nuggets are going to be an issue. They're going to be an issue in the future going forward. But do I think that it was like strictly like? Do I think that they're so far ahead of us that it's like, yo, like Bradley Beal doesn't fix the issue? Absolutely not. Because I feel like if we can lean on Bradley Beal instead of Josh Okogie holding onto the ball or campaign stepping out of bounds 8 times a night, like, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I think we should be fine. Like, if we could, because if Bradley Beal can do what Shamit did in what was it, game 3 or game 4 or whatever he did, like on a consistent basis, like we will be all right. Like we'll be good. If Bradley Beal can hit open shit, then we'll be all right. But yeah, man. So like I'm saying, I feel like we gotta see, like, and to bring it home, it's just like we just gotta see what the Suns look like first. Like, can we get like a full roster? Like, can we get a full roster in August before we start saying like this shit ain't gonna work? Is all I'm saying essentially. Because I just feel like there's nobody really talking about it, nobody really speaking on it. It's just like, can niggas wait till we get a full roster before it's like, oh, this shit ain't gonna work. This shit is, we're gonna have to blow this shit up. It's just, it fucked shit up for years to come. Like, it seemed like the front office got a thing of knowing what they doing. You know what I'm saying? They like, we trying to win the championship now. So it's just like they making all the right moves, in my opinion. I don't know about that Tobias Harris for DA shit. That shit was a little nuts, but I feel like they might have it might have been a chess move. Like, we was moving that to do this, to did that, and I don't know. But and it seemed like we keeping DA. But like I said, I feel like in what I was telling the Suns fans, I feel like, look, I'm giving DA to about All-Star break. And if he not looking right or whatever by, you know what I'm saying, like September, it's like, all right, like we might have to, like September, like maybe a little bit like November. If he not looking right, it's like, yeah, it might be about that time to move on from Aiden. But that's still a flexibility that I feel like that's a good problem to have right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, man, I just feel like it's scared. Like niggas is scared, and I feel like it's too soon for everybody just to be absolutely shitting on it. But I get it. I get the narrative. I understand. Like if it was my team, I'd probably be doing, or if it wasn't my team, I don't know if I would be going as far as they going. But I get it from that aspect. But can we just be real? Can we be honest and just be like transparent? Here is all I'm saying. But till next time, dog. Peace.